Seguimos en vivo desde el lanzamiento de Xiaomi, obviamente en Chile. ¿Cómo se pronuncia? Está la duda instalada en redes sociales. La transmisión oficial.
Pero rellena. Espérate, estamos a la espera. Creo que van a abrir acá. ¿Cómo se ve la transmisión? Parece que me está yendo mal.
Hoy en día eso cambia.
¿Se ve?
Para que puedan ver el lanzamiento y
Sale la transmisión en vivo inactiva.
¿Ah?
Va a salir inactiva.
¿Y cómo se dice? ¿35 personas?
¿Qué nota?
¿Posteo? Estamos a la espera de que abran acá. Ahí está. Creo que sí. Algo soy yo ahí. Ya, pues falta ahora sí. Somos los primeros.
¿Alcanzo yo?
Vale, muchas gracias.
Sí, Papuayo.
Muchas gracias.
Ya, hemos llegado. Vamos a esperar a que comience la presentación oficial. Tenemos unos traductores acá, así que probablemente van a hablar en chino. Así que vamos a buscar la forma de escuchar lo que traducen.
Xiaomi les da la bienvenida. Los aparatos que tienen en sus sillas son para la traducción simultánea, ya están encendidos y no es necesario cambiarlos de canal. Si alguno tiene algún problema con el headset, por favor acercarse a una de las personas con las poleras de Xiaomi. También les pedimos por favor poner sus celulares en silencio. Muchas gracias.
Voy a atender el micrófono esta vez. ¿Dónde tendrá el micrófono? ¿Acá o acá atrás? Ah, ya.
Bueno, pues soy Adrián y soy del norte de España, de Galicia. I'm Michael, I'm from Germany, Düsseldorf. My name is Julian, I'm from Ukraine, I'm a huge Me fan.
I'm a big Xiaomi fan. Oh, 3 years already.
I'm with Xiaomi and we since, let's say, 8 years, since the beginning. Mi historia, no soy un fan que lleve muchos años, pero la verdad es que he crecido un montón desde he empezado con productos Xiaomi en el 2016.
I have a child, he's 6 years old. He is also a big Xiaomi fan. He joins me for Mi community meetings sometimes.
Actually, my story with Xiaomi started at 2015. I was decided to buy some action camera and I find out this Xiaomi camera and try to buy it. So next my product was probably Xiaomi Mi Band. Next it was Xiaomi Mi 4C, his phone, and it goes on. Mi historia es diferente a la de los normalmente porque mucha gente empieza por el móvil y después se va a los demás productos. Y yo empecé a ver.
I like most of the products from Xiaomi because quality and price is perfect and what else do you want more?
He conocido a mucha gente gracias a Xiaomi. Y es que, sinceramente, es lo que más me gusta de la compañía, que intenta unir a las personas y me parece algo espléndido que muchos otros no hacen.
Ich glaube immer daran, dass etwas Wundervolles passieren kann.
Всегда верь, что может произойти чудо.
Я завжди вірю, що щось неймовірне скоро станеться. Sempre penso que algo asombroso está a punto de acontecer.
Liebe Xiaomi.
始终坚持做感动人心、价格厚道的好产品，让全球的每个人都能享受科技带来的美好生活，这是我们小米人的使命。
Me gusta ser taico cuando traigo productos para mis amigos o mis hijos. Me hace sentir muy bien. Les estoy dando algo, una parte de algo que me gusta a mí y lo comparto con ellos. Bueno, digan estilo como sea.
當時你就冇乜話啲咩大嘅期望嘅，諗住千零蚊啫嘛，咁掃到就得啦，同唔到咁都冇辦法自己掃翻。咁跟住之後送到嚟啦，覺得超正喎。其實咧同我出邊睇3、4千蚊嗰啲咧根本就冇分別嘅。咁跟住慢慢咧就發覺越買越多，越買越多喎。跟住之後不知不覺我就覺得原來哇，我都成為咗一個咁瘋狂嘅米粉喎。小安同學，用甜匙打掃。
और पता है मेरे को न्यू दिल्ली बहुत दूर है मेरे शहर से ऑलमोस्ट मोर देन 500 किलोमीटर कि जाना है Xiaomi के जो कॉन्फ्रेंस हो रही है न्यू दिल्ली में वहाँ पे जाना है किसी तरह से और जैसे यहाँ पे आ रहा था मैं ऑन बाइक नए MI फैन से मिलूंगा नए चेहरे देखने को मिलेंगे फ्रेंड्स बनेंगे जो सिर्फ Xiaomi की वजह से मुझे मिला है सीखने को आई लव Xiaomi प्यार हो सकते हो कुछ कनेक्शन ही ऐसा है Xiaomi
小米很多手机其实发布之后都是超出预期。之前有一个手机有个 bug， 然后想着去在聊聊看提一下，想就是过1周时间就把这个问题解决掉。当时我就感觉，至少这是一个有温度的公司，它跟用户不是一锤子买的，然后就直接被圈粉，一直走到现在。
感动人心，价格厚道。我们和价值观相同的创业者一起改变了100多个行业，影响了全球数亿人的生活，让每一个人都能享受到科技的乐趣。厚道的人运气都不会太差。 我们永远相信美好的事情即将发生。
Thank you guys all for attending our event today. A little bit of an introduction. My name is Steven, and I am the head of regional marketing at Xiaomi Global. And I'm very excited today to be here for the official launch of our Chile market. Alright, so first I want to introduce Xiaomi, the company, a little bit. And Xiaomi was founded as a technology company only 8 years ago. And this makes us a very, very young company by most standards. As a lot of you guys saw in the video, this is a photo of our CEO and founder. He and all our co-founders are actually technology fans. So they share the passion of technology with our consumers. And this makes us a very grassroots and consumer-focused company. Now, this is 7 years later, and Xiaomi today is one of the largest technology companies in the world already. But our core has not changed, right? Our core mission is still to bring innovation for everyone. So when we started Xiaomi, we wanted to do things differently. And how do we do things differently? We created products together with our fans, and we took fan input. So 8 years later, we're here in Chile, and we want to do the same thing. And we already got a chance to meet a lot of the Chilean fans. And I'm very happy to announce that we're finally going to bring Xiaomi to Chile. And our goal is to bring amazing products at honest prices. Alright, this is our key message today, change the game. What does change the game mean? So like I said, Xiaomi has always done things differently, right? And we believe that we want to change the game in Chile through our unique business model. So I'm going to talk more about the Xiaomi business model before we get into the products. Alright, so our business model has 4 key pillars. Number 1 is innovation, 2, design, quality, and finally, value for money. I'll talk about each one in detail. So first, innovation. Right? Simply speaking, Xiaomi is a company that strives for cutting-edge innovation. And we invest heavily in research and development to always create new technologies. Now let me give you guys some examples. Alright, about 2 years ago, we created this phone right here, the Mi Mix. And the Mi Mix was special because it was the first phone in the world with a full screen display. And people were shocked back then to see a phone that looked like this because usually phones had a big forehead and a big chin, right? And that has been the case ever since the first touchscreen smartphones. But now 2 years later, we have Mi Mix 3, and everyone can see the flagship phones from all of our competitors actually adopted the full screen display technology that Xiaomi innovated. Second example, Xiaomi also created the Mi 8 this year. This was our flagship for 2018. And the Mi 8 had 3 new key technologies. Number 1, it was the first smartphone with 3D, it was the first Android smartphone, sorry, with 3D face unlock. It also had a pressure-sensitive under-the-screen fingerprint reader. So the fingerprint reader is actually built into under the screen. And then thirdly, it had dual GPS to make GPS more accurate. Right? Second, I want to talk about design. So why is design so important for us? Design is important because we think that too many tech product designs these days are, number one, overly complicated, two, they're low quality, and three, they're just unattractive. Xiaomi design is different, and we even partnered with the top designers in the world. So Felipe Stark is one of our design partners, and we created the Mi Mix that I mentioned earlier with him. And he's one of the most talented designers in the world. And he shares our principle of what he calls less is more, right? Which focuses around usability of the product as well as aesthetic of the product. So let's take a look at what that means, right? Me Look, this is a term that was given to us by the Good Design Association. Now, the Good Design Association is Japan's most prestigious design association. And they said that whenever they saw a technology product that was white or black and had simple square or round designs, they knew it was a Xiaomi product, and so it had the Mi Look, right? And this is our TV box as an example of Mi Look. No buttons, just a square box. And in fact, we won over 200 design awards from all over the world. And some of these awards are very, very prestigious from all the top institutions. So design is something that is extremely important to Xiaomi. All right, next, quality. This is also very important, and that's why we want to take out quality to talk about individually. First, let's show you a video to see what I mean about quality.
At Xiaomi, we adopt a very minimalist approach in designing our products. Each product line caters to a very specific target audience. So this means that every single time when we create a product, our users are at the top of our line.
极简是我们小米手机工业设计部一直秉持的一个设计理念。我们相信简单直接的产品能够给消费者带来更好的使用体验。
所有看得见的东西，我们都需要去设计和处理，去不断的探索新的材料、新的工艺，哪怕是一点点的优化，我们也要全力以赴去做，直到它上市。
相机现在在整个智能手机领域当中占领非常重要的位置，所以为了拍出一张好的照片，我们不仅需要非常优秀的硬件基础，而且我们需要在这个硬件的基础上对软件和算法做不断的更新、迭代、优化。我们的相机在 eLux 的极端环境下，依然可以捕捉到清晰的画面。在这些场景的测试过程中，我们会产生成吨的数据，这些数据就是支撑我们在整个的图像调教中得到一张好照片的依据。
我们小米有一项特别的实验，它是通过跌落、震动、高低温一系列的来模拟用户在1到2年的时间内可能经历的一些事情。
North to south and east to west. In India, there is a huge variation in weather. This definitely affects the performance of the devices. So for data cables and the connector in the phone, we have enhanced the quality of the connector by adding additional gold plating.
Quality is one of the most important things in the product development process. And this is because quality represents a level of trust with the brand. We need to be able to handle that trust by providing a good quality product that will not let them down.
我们执行的品质不仅仅包括产品的质量，还包括服务品质、用户体验以及设计美学。我们始终秉承着因为米粉，所以小米。米粉为要人工品质，我们美学设计理念、用户品质、包括 iPhone 怎么样的质产品，包括不仅是品质的品质性，我们。
Okay, so that was from our own team, right? Everybody there was someone, an employee at Xiaomi, talking about the importance of quality for their team. And this phrase, we believe, summarizes very well our outlook on quality. Innovation determines how high we soar. but quality determines how far we go. So to put it simply, we believe that we want to bring the best technology with simple and usable designs at the highest quality, because quality is what brings customer loyalty and customer word of mouth. So this is our product philosophy. And finally, we combine this product philosophy with value for money. So value for money, I want to make this distinction, does not mean cheap. Value for money means you're getting a lot for what you're spending. Right? This is a pricing structure, hypothetically, of a typical company. A lot of companies these days spend a lot on marketing and spend a lot on markups and extra features that you don't necessarily need. Right? This is the same model, but for Xiaomi, and what we call honest pricing. So we keep our costs as low as possible without sacrificing product quality and product design. But we take away all the extraneous costs. And as a promise from our CEO, starting in 2018, we will not exceed 5% net profit margins on all of our hardware products. And if we do exceed it at the end of the year, and we're a public company now, so everyone can check, then we will give back all the extra margins to our users. So this is something that no company does in the world except for Xiaomi. Right? And in real practice, let me give you an example of what value for money looks like. So for the price of a flagship smartphone in the market today, at Xiaomi, you can buy Xiaomi's flagship smartphone, the Mi Mix 2S, Xiaomi fitness band, wireless earbuds, and a laptop for the same price as a competitor's flagship device. Right? And this is what we have in China, and it's something that we're working to bring to Chile as well. And so all these things come together to bring amazing products at honest prices once again. And this is how we want to change the game. Right? Let's look at some of the results of this philosophy. So last year, we successfully crossed $15 billion USD in revenue. And a lot of people say, what is 15 billion? Is that a lot? Is that a little? So as a comparison, it took Google 9 years to do that. It took Facebook 12 years, and all these large tech companies even longer. But it took Xiaomi only 7 years to cross the 15 billion barrier. Right? Very impressive compared to some of the largest tech companies in the world. And for the smartphone industry, Xiaomi is currently ranked number 4 in the whole world per IDC. So we're one of the largest smartphone manufacturers in the world already. And we're top 5 in 30 countries across the world. Now hopefully we can add Chile to this list. And now most of you know Xiaomi as a smartphone company, but we're not just that. Right? We're very successful in smartphone industry, but we're also very successful on hardware. We have over 200 million users for our software, MIUI. And our business model actually consists of 3 parts. So we talked about hardware, we talked about smartphones, but Xiaomi also makes TVs. We also make routers, and we make AI speakers. And we have something called an ecosystem where we invested in over 100 hardware companies to build different hardware products, and I'll explain later. We also do retail. We open up our own stores. And then we have our internet services, which has finance, it has a cloud service, entertainment, etc. So to summarize, Xiaomi is not just a smartphone company. We're also a new retail company. And we're also an internet company. Right? As I mentioned, we produce all these, what we call ecosystem products. And here you can really see the me look design philosophy. And so what is ecosystem? I want to explain a little bit further. So in the beginning, Xiaomi started by making smartphones. And smartphones are still at the center of our product portfolio. But then we started making all these smartphone accessories. And some accessories became very, very successful, especially products like our power bank. And then we started investing in other hardware companies into our portfolio to make smart IoT products. So for example, air purifiers are an industry leader, scooters, industry leader, etc., etc. And finally, we also make lifestyle products. And all these things combined together makes Xiaomi a one-stop shop for hardware and lifestyle products. Right? And a statistic, we have over 115 million ecosystem products activated on our ecosystem platform, Mi Home, which makes us actually the largest IoT platform in the whole world. So we're an industry leader in IoT as well, and that's something we also want to bring to Chile. So to sum up the Xiaomi story, this is a quick video of all the things I just talked about. Okay, so that is the Xiaomi story in 15 minutes, right? And this story starts and ends with Mi Fans. So this photo was actually taken in December of 2017 when we held our first Mi Fan event in Chile. And this would not have been possible without our local Mi Fans. And I want to point out Sebastian, who is in the audience today. Right? Thank you, Sebastian, for all your help. Right? So we'll also be following up later this month on December 15th with another Mi Fan event. If anyone wants to check it out, please follow our social media for more details. And for the Chile market particularly, in 2019, we want to build at least 4 authorized Mi stores. Right? And we want to partner with leading distributors and retailers to offer our products in at least 10 of these channels. And so today, for today's launch, we've partnered with Qualcomm to produce the products, as well as Movistar and ABC Din. All right, so let's look at some of the products that we'll be bringing to the Chile market today. And I want to start with what we believe is the best entry-level smartphone that will be available for the market. All right, so the first product is Redmi S2. Let's dive in. Design again. So Redmi S2 is an entry-level product, and it comes with a 5.99-inch display. And thanks to the 18:9 aspect ratio, you get more display without increasing the size of the phone. Right? Here's the picture of the back. It's got a metal finish, and it's very ergonomic. There are 2 separation lines to touch up the design. And as you can see, there's a dual camera, which I'll talk about later. And it's going to be available in the gold color, as well as the black color. So Now what's special about Redmi S2 when we created it was the cameras, both front and back. Because we believe that today in the smartphone market, camera quality is the biggest differentiator amongst all smartphones, right? Speed, everything else, pretty much the same, but camera quality is really different from smartphone to smartphone. So our goal with this product was to bring the best camera that everyone can afford. All right, let's talk about the rear camera first, and we used a lot of AI developed by Xiaomi for the rear camera. So starting from hardware, the rear camera is a 12+5 dual camera. And Redmi S2 has the best rear camera in its class. And we tuned it specifically for two purposes. Number one, for taking portraits or for taking photos of people. And number two, for low light photography. And low light, I want to speak more because any camera these days can take pretty good pictures during the day in bright light circumstances. And that's because the industry for smartphone cameras has really advanced these past few years. But low light photography on smartphones has been lagging behind. And so at night you get these grainy photos. And that's something we want to get rid of. Right, so first let's talk about portraits. What makes the portrait mode so special is that we developed a special algorithm that can recognize the background with the foreground. And so it brings the person forward and blurs the rest of the background. So to prove it, let's look at some sample photos. You can see this person is in the foreground and he's very, very clear, very, very crisp. And to make him pop even more, the AI Semantic Segmentation is able to blur the background. Right? Again, very sharp. And even with complicated backgrounds with different depths, the AI is able to recognize, for example, the beam and the can that she's leaning on. And so another really important element of low light photography is the performance in difficult lighting. How do we improve it for Redmi S2 from a hardware performance? So we actually increased the micron size to 1.25. And this was an extra cost that we believe was very worth it. All right, so what does 1.25 micron mean? Smartphones typically have a 1 to 1.12 micron sensor on the left, but Redmi S2 has a 1.25 micron sensor. A bigger sensor means that the sensor can take in more light. So when there's not enough light, this sensor absorbs more light, which gives crisper photos. Right? Let's take a look at a comparison. We took the same photo with a smartphone with a 1.0 micron sensor, a 1.12 micron sensor, and a 1.25 micron sensor. And you can see straight off the bat here that the 1.25 is able to give better performance. Now, if we zoom in, you can look at the photo details. There's no blurring or flaring in the Redmi S2 photo. Right? There's better sharpness in the Redmi S2 photo as well as more details that were captured. And most importantly, there's no graininess there. And these are the details that matter when we talk about low light photography. Let's look at some of the sample photos. Again, portrait, very good contrast, very good white balance. The colors really pop with the yellow jacket here. Right? And thanks to the really quick autofocus, action shots are also very clear. And these types of scenery shots are very clear as well. And then lastly, what I talked about previously, in low light, you get crisp, non-flaring photos with the right amount of exposure. Right? So to summarize, we used really great hardware combined with our AI software to make a really good rear camera for the entry-level smartphone. But Redmi S2 also has a really great front selfie camera. So hardware-wise, Redmi S2 features a 16 megapixel front camera with a 2.0 aperture. And the 2.0 aperture is pretty big, so it allows in more light once again. And you're gonna see this over and over again. I talk about letting in more light. So we designed the Redmi S2 camera to take your selfies for any situation without you having to think about it or adjust much, right? And this, again, we can break into two categories. Number one, really good low light selfies. And number two, AI enhancements for the photos. Again, low light selfies are something that most cameras struggle at, right? But we've done something called super pixels, where we combine 4 pixels into one large pixel, so the front selfie pixels are effectively 2 microns large, which is very, very big, and it's able to absorb a lot of light. So for these low light situations, we also added a LED selfie light, which simulates more natural light. With these two additions, you're able to get super bright selfies even in dark conditions. And the LED selfie light works really good in these group situations as well. So the selfie camera for S2 comes with a software feature called HDR. What does HDR mean? We have 2 sample photos here, one with HDR off and one with HDR on. So you can see HDR is able to adjust for the background overexposure. Right? Next is portrait selfies. Portrait selfies really work the same as the front portrait selfies. We use something called semantic segmentation in order to calculate the foreground and the background. So you can see we calculate the foreground person and we blur the background. Same as the rear camera. Here you can really see the difference between the person and the background. Another sample. And it works for group selfies as well. It can recognize multiple people in the foreground. And so again, we combine really great hardware with good software tuning to take great selfies anytime. All right, user experience on Redmi S2. This is something that we're very committed to as well. The Redmi S2 uses Snapdragon 625. Snapdragon 625 is a processor that we've tuned over and over again with Qualcomm. So we have a lot of confidence in this platform. And so this processor, why do we use this processor? Number one, it's very fast, very smooth for all of your daily tasks. Number two, it's super battery efficient. And number three, it has a really good image sensor and provides good focusing and accurate focusing. Right? Just to give you a sense of the battery life, 10 hours of video playback, 26 hours of music playback, 7 hours of gaming. It lasts the whole day without any charging. And finally, quality. We're really focused on the quality of this phone. So these are all the tests that we do on the phone before we put it on the mass production line. And these tests are actually what all the flagship phones on the market go through today. So even for an entry-level phone, we treat it as a flagship phone in terms of quality. And this phone comes with a free clear case. Let's look at a product video that our marketing team made for this device. Alright, so how much does this thing cost? Let's take a look at the comparison first versus competitors. Redmi S2 has Snapdragon 625, which is more powerful than these two competitors. The 12 megapixel camera is actually costlier to procure than 16 or 13 because it has bigger micron pixels, right? 1.25 microns. And then the front camera is 16 megapixel and everyone is 3 plus 32 gig. So the competitors cost 259,000 or 219,000. So for 3 plus 32, Redmi S2 is going to cost 169,000. Another comparison, 169,000 for Redmi S2 compared to the competitors in the same class. And it will be available at Movistar and ABC Din starting December 5th. So now I want to invite Sergio from Movistar to take the stage and talk a little bit about our partnership.
Hola, buenas tardes, ¿cómo les va? Mi nombre es Sergio Comiaga, soy director comercial de Movistar. Y la verdad que estamos muy contentos de estar aquí, la verdad que es una oportunidad. Y creo que hoy estamos ante la posibilidad de tener tener la posibilidad de tener el portafolio de Xiaomi en nuestros canales de distribución. Para nosotros, Xiaomi permite de alguna manera, ahí estamos bien, Xiaomi le permite a nuestra marca potenciarnos. La relevancia de Xiaomi a nivel mundial vemos que es muy potente. Es como ha contado el cuarto proveedor de smartphone del mundo y para nosotros es muy importante la comercialización de este producto. Lo que les quiero decir es que a partir de ahora tenemos la oportunidad de vender un smartphone con la potencia de Xiaomi, con la posibilidad de tener una venta de un producto oficial. Esto nos permite de alguna manera que las certificaciones nacionales y los estándares de banda de frecuencia vigente se cumplan, con lo cual son productos oficiales vendidos por nosotros. Tenemos una fuerza comercial muy potente, nosotros tenemos más de 100 tiendas propias y tenemos un canal online donde millones de personas entran y esta es una oportunidad muy fuerte para potenciarnos entre las dos marcas. Todos los días nosotros estamos trabajando muy fuerte en tecnología, estamos acercando la tecnología a nuestros clientes. La verdad que creemos que la tecnología digital ha abarcado el mundo de la vida de las personas, de todos nosotros, y eso, en definitiva, entre Xiaomi y Movistar tienen un mismo norte. Para nosotros, asociarnos a una marca que rompe los paradigmas como Xiaomi es bien importante, y ser los primeros en Chile en vender el producto en la empresa de telecomunicaciones como la nuestra nos hace muy contentos. Ya con todo el producto, la verdad que el producto es muy potente, como han visto en ese segmento. Es un equipo premium que la verdad que en esa gama la relación precio-calidad es realmente muy buena. Creemos que va a ser todo un éxito, estamos muy contentos con eso. Seguramente en ese segmento de productos la verdad que tenemos una oportunidad comercial importante. Dijeron recién el precio, mi compañero dijo recién el precio es 179, pero tenemos una oferta muy especial para las 100 primeras ventas de prepago. Lo bajamos a 149,900, así que tenemos un precio muy tentador para vender este producto, que ya va a estar disponible a partir de ahora. Decirles que esto no termina aquí. Nosotros tenemos un portafolio que seguramente en el verano vamos a sorprenderlos con novedades, con otros smartphones, y con otros productos del ecosistema. Estamos convencidos de que el mundo digital llegó para quedarse y no solamente vamos a hablar de smartphones, sino hablamos de dispositivos, y esa experiencia es la que queremos brindar en nuestras tiendas. En nuestras tiendas estamos desarrollando no solamente un tema de venta de nuestros servicios, sino de experiencia de equipamiento. Seguramente vamos a tener demos de los productos y creemos que también ese es el camino hacia el cual queremos ir. Un mundo totalmente conectado y solucionarle y ayudarles a nuestros clientes a resolver los temas tecnológicos. Y eso es una potencia importante que le podemos dar nosotros Movistar a Xiaomi. Tenemos 100 tiendas, tenemos más de 2.000 personas capacitadas que pueden ofrecer el producto, darle un asesoramiento, tener una postventa muy potente. Nosotros tenemos una postventa muy potente donde podemos soportar garantía, tenemos seguros de pantalla, o sea, muchas cosas importantes que en el ecosistema de compra el cliente los valora. Quiero agradecer la confianza a Xiaomi que nos ha permitido vender el producto. Estamos muy contentos y los esperamos a todos en nuestro punto de venta. Muchas gracias.
Okay, so thank you so much, Sergio, for that speech. Next, I also want to invite our partner from ABC DIN, Carlos, to share a few words as well.
Hola, buenas noches. Bueno, mi nombre es Carlos Paredes, soy el gerente de negocios de ABC. Voy a hablar un poco de lo que hemos vivido en este tiempo. Como todos sabemos, el teléfono celular es el aparato, el dispositivo electrónico que más acompaña a las personas en su diario vivir. Está casi presente en todas las actividades que realizamos, tal vez en la ducha y a dormir, no está pegado a uno, pero sí facilita la comunicación, la información, el entretenimiento, etcétera, entre muchas otras aplicaciones que existen. ¿Y qué me ha pasado con Xiaomi? Que uno se da cuenta que qué pasa si esta tecnología está presente, o este mismo nivel y estándar de tecnología está presente en otros dispositivos. En dispositivos simples, como una Smart Switch, como una cámara de seguridad, y a precios convenientes. Suena bien, para mí suena muy bien, y lo he experimentado y yo creo que ya me he convertido en un mi fan. He vivido algunos productos y creo que es fácil convertirse. Esta tecnología es la que ofrece Xiaomi y la ofrece con una filosofía que es súper interesante, a precios convenientes o honest price, que dicen ellos. Para nosotros, para decidir, esta filosofía hace eco profundamente porque concuerda perfecto con el espíritu de la compañía. Y debido a eso es que nos quisimos unir a este proyecto. Vamos a participar activamente, como están viendo desde este momento, en el desarrollo y penetración de la marca en el país. Vamos a hacer el primer retail con tener el ecosistema completo. Lo vamos a tener en varias tiendas a lo largo de todo Chile y también en nuestro canal online. Eso a partir de las siguientes semanas y comenzando algunas preventas y hartas novedades, como mencionó Sergio, también vamos a tener algunas ofertas en los próximos días. En ABCD nos apasiona la tecnología, somos una empresa enfocada a un segmento con mucha cobertura y regionalidad y nos apasiona mucho la tecnología, desde los electrodomésticos hasta los teléfonos celulares, que son la punta hoy día tecnológica. Y nos apasionan los beneficios que esto provoca y da a todas las personas. Uno lo puede vivir y aprovechar y experienciar en los autos, en la casa, en muchas circunstancias. Para nosotros, y en nombre de ABCD, es un honor y un privilegio ser parte de este gran evento, que estoy seguro que sí va a cambiar el juego. El juego en Chile en los últimos tiempos, en la parte mobile, la parte tecnológica, ha estado bien estable, por decirlo de alguna forma, y hoy día con este nuevo player, este importante player, se va a remecer. Nosotros esperamos que se remezca bastante y que ayude y que dé más posibilidades a todos los clientes. Capitalizando nuestra cobertura de 83 tiendas a lo largo de todo Chile, literalmente desde Arica a Punta Arenas, vamos a poner a disposición de todas las personas todos los productos. Principalmente aquí hemos hablado harto de teléfono, pero también a nosotros y a mí personalmente me interesa mucho todo el ecosistema. El ecosistema es lo que complementa y como presentaron también, no es solo una marca que produce teléfonos. Hemos visto la tendencia hoy día, las empresas jóvenes lideran la industria tecnológica y yo creo que hay harto que aprender de ellos y sumarse a estas circunstancias y a estas oportunidades. En las siguientes semanas se van a ir sumando los productos, primeramente en nuestro canal online y luego en varias tiendas a lo largo de Chile y a precios muy interesantes y con ofertas que ya vamos a dar a conocer. Personalmente he vivido este proceso desde varios meses, estuve en Beijing con Xiaomi y viví su conferencia con mucha gente de todo el mundo y todos casos de éxito muy interesantes. Personalmente me emociona mucho, de verdad, y estoy súper ansioso de continuar el proyecto con todo lo que tenemos planificado y ver cómo miles de personas ven y experiencian los productos de Xiaomi y muchos, mis fans que ya existen en Chile hoy día, muchos se van sumando al grupo. Estoy convencido también que hoy día sí damos un paso importante, un hito importante en el retail Chile en esta categoría. Y finalmente le quiero dar las gracias a Tony, a Luis, que primeramente confiaron con nosotros en la compañía para iniciar este proyecto. También a Steven, a Seiyu y a Jack, entre otras personas del equipo de Xiaomi que nos están acompañando en este lanzamiento. Y a todos ustedes para que den a conocer la marca, exploren los productos y promuevan esta importante marca en Chile. Eso, gracias.
Okay, so here's a summary of the Redmi S2, which is what we believe will be the leading value in this price range. Right, 16 megapixel selfie camera, 12+5 dual rear camera, great portrait photos, great low light photos, and great design. Now, Xiaomi, I've been saying over and over again, is not just a smartphone company. So let's look at some other awesome products that we're going to bring to this market. Right? And the next product is one of our most popular products in the whole world. So just this week, I saw a report from IDC that ranked Xiaomi as the #1 wearable product company in the whole world based on market share. And this #1 market share came because of this next product. So today we're going to be launching Xiaomi's latest wearable in Chile. This is the Mi Band. And Mi Band, you can say, was our first true ecosystem product. So I'm happy to bring it as our first ecosystem product to Chile as well. So Mi Band 3, the slogan is step up, make it count, and let's dive in. Alright, first let's look at the product video for Mi Band 3. Okay, so first off, design again. We put a lot of work into the design of this product to make it sleek, curved, and seamless. So first of all, I want to point out the key button, right? It's a touch button for controls such as interacting with your phone calls, interacting with your texts. Just one button, Very easy, very simple Mi look. So despite the large size, the first thing we wanted to do was make Mi Band 3 very, very light, so it doesn't even feel like it's on your wrist. And secondly, the silicone strap, we made sure that it was hypoallergenic and very, very comfortable, again, so you don't even feel it on your wrist most of the time. And for Mi Band 2, we increased the screen size by 53%. So the 0.78 inch is perfect for looking at your WhatsApp messages, incoming calls, notifications, much, much more. Right? So in this instance, the control button can activate different functions, such as going back to the main menu or declining calls with your wrist. So you don't even have to bring out your phone. And notifications, you can receive them instantly on the Mi Band 3 as well. And you can check the weather forecast now on Mi Band 3, which is a new feature that we added to the Mi Band series. And another significant improvement that a lot of Mi fans were requesting was water resistance. Right? So for Mi Band 3, it can go up to 50 meters underwater at 5 atmosphere water resistance. And this is something new that we've put into this product. And Mi Band 3 continues our Mi Band tradition of having a very large battery with a 20-day battery life. And we're not just saying it ourselves, but we gave it to media around the world, and they've confirmed. One person said, you know, I've had my tracker for 2 weeks, and there's still 72% battery left, right? Someone said, I've had it for 3 weeks and just charged it once. It can last 20 days easily. So actually a lot of people tell me they lose their chargers because they don't even have to charge it for a month, and then after a month they don't know where their charger is. And there are still all the health functions that have always been on Mi Band. So number one, there's heart rate, there's step counter, there's sleep pattern recording, and there's overall wellness of your health, right? And this is all recorded on the Mi Fit app. So what happens is the display gives you your health status right now, and then the Mi Fit app records all of your long-term stats, so you can see how many steps you've taken last month or last year even, for example. It has a lot of additional functions in the app, right? And there are even more convenient features, such as, you know, finding your phone if you misplaced it. You can set up a vibrate alarm on your wrist, and there's also an idle alarm to remind you to stand up and move once in a while if you're on the computer or sitting for too long, right? So Mi Band 3 really helps you make the best of your time with these reminders. All right, so here's the summary of Mi Band 3, right? Easily view calls, your messages, air quality, weather, right? 20-day battery life, and then water resistance. These are new things that we've added onto the already existent functions of health tracking, activity tracking, and monitoring health overall. So again, honest pricing, another theme of Xiaomi. How much will Mi Band 3 cost, right? So I took a look at the #1 best-selling and #2 best-selling fitness bands in this market, and these are competitors that we see in every single market. So Fitbit and Samsung Gear Fit. Right, Fitbit costs $139K. Samsung 2 Gear Fit costs $179K. All have water resistance. Ours has the best battery life, and basically health tracking features across the board. So Mi Band 3 is going to cost only $29K in the Chile market. Right, I think much lower than everyone expected, which is good. So here's the comparison once again. For a fraction of the cost, you get all the same features and some even more. Right? So this, again, is the embodiment of the Xiaomi brand. Making crazy good products and selling them at crazy good prices. And it'll be available from ABC then starting on December 5th, which is tomorrow.
Today.
Today, okay, it's today. I just got here, so. All right, here's the summary of Mi Band 3. Feel free to take some photos, and then feel free to check them out in the stores as well. So, like I said earlier, change the game is our theme for Xiaomi. And this, I think, is fitting because this is our introduction of the Xiaomi brand to the Chile market. And Xiaomi is so much more than just making, great products at affordable prices. We also want to change the game with what we do for society, right? So this next product we want to launch is actually an initiative that we've been working on for quite some time. So one of the biggest issues today in the world is the environment. And pollution is a huge problem across the world today, and it's something that we believe all companies as well as all people should contribute towards, or should not contribute towards, right? And so we realized that we can use technology to solve this environment issue. So actually, one of the categories that Xiaomi has been working on is transportation. And actually, a lot of you guys have already seen the effect of Xiaomi's transportation work in Chile without probably even noticing. Right? When I got to Chile and I was coming from the airport, I saw a lot of these shareable scooters from Lime, from Bird, across the city. Something that many of you guys don't know is most of these scooters are actually produced and made by Xiaomi. Right? These are our products. And so we've been working with these companies to create a new type of public transportation, which is eco-friendly and electric. And these are the electric scooters. So today, for the first time, we're going to be making this green tech officially available directly to consumers, not just through sharing, but also we're going to be making the product available. And it's also one of our global top sellers. Right? Mi electric scooter. This is something that we really innovated from the ground up with our ecosystem company. And it's an amazing way to really get around the city, and it's environmentally friendly as well. So you may have seen these around town through the rental companies, and now people can own their own, right? So first of all, design, once again. Mi electric scooter actually swept the design awards and won the top 3 design awards in 3 continents. One is from Europe, one is from Japan, and one is from North America, right? All these organizations basically agree that this is the best scooter on the market. So it's intuitive, it's easy to learn, and it goes 30 kilometers on one charge, right? The brakes are regenerative braking with ABS. I won't go into detail about what that means, but basically it has a really good and safe braking system. And I can see it's already incredibly popular here already, right? It also has, it's also foldable, so you can carry it with you anywhere. Don't have to park it, you can just carry it home with you. All right, so what's the price of the scooter, right? And like you guys saw with the other products, we usually like to do a product price comparison, but I really couldn't find a product price comparison for this product in the market today, right? So the truth is, this is a category that Xiaomi developed by ourselves, and we hope that other competitors will spring up and work with us together to revolutionize transportation. But even without competitor products and competitor pricing, we're going to make this price as honest as possible. So for the first 100 scooters, we're having a special price of just under $300. Right, so please try to get it as quickly as possible. And it's going to be $339K after the first 100 promotional price. So here's the summary for the Mi electric scooter. Right, and it's also available today at ABC Day. Okay, here's the summary of 3 products that we brought. And I believe that these 3 products are really representative of the Xiaomi brand. And this is, keep in mind, just the first step of Xiaomi in Chile. Right, so we brought a smartphone product because our core is smartphones. We brought our first ecosystem product, which is the Mi Band 3 at a really disruptive price. And we brought our new transportation initiative also to Chile. And these are bestsellers for us across the world, so we believe that we'll be off to a good start with these 3 products. So right now, if I can invite Luis, our sales lead for Chile, Marcos, everybody on stage for a photo shoot. Of Carl? Yes. So it's a good photo opportunity right now. Okay, but there's more. Right, I know everyone's been sitting around for a long time, so I won't go into too much detail, but we're bringing a lot more of our ecosystem products. Right, my personal favorite is the robot vacuum cleaner. I use it every single day. All of these products are connected to the Mi Home app, so you can control them with your phone. Before I go home every day, I open up the robot vacuum, it vacuums, and then when I go home, the floors are all clean already. Right, Mi TV box, built in with Android TV. We have headphones, Bluetooth speaker, a really cool robot builder. It's really difficult, but you can, after you build it, you can control it with your phone and it'll move around with your phone. The body composition scale, which pairs well with the Mi Band. These smart lamps that also are able to be controlled with your phone. The rice cooker. The rice cooker is actually really cool as well. We created this rice cooker with the best rice cooker company from Japan. They really know how to make their rice. And then smart kettle. All of these can be controlled with your phone. So I won't go into too much detail about these products, but I want to use it as a sign of our commitment to the Chile market, right? And throughout all next year, we'll be bringing more and more products into the market, including smartphones. And so make sure you guys check out the Experience Zone. All of these products are in the Experience Zone in the back. And I want to thank everyone for coming today and listening to this presentation. So as a sign of our gratitude, we're going to give everybody present today a free Mi Band 3. So you guys can grab it on your way out, and you can have your parking validated as well. So see you guys soon, again, probably next year in 2019. Thank you guys.
¿Volvemos a iniciar?
¿Vamos a hacer una conferencia?
¿Podríamos comentar igual? ¿No?
A ver, espera.
¿Pasar la experiencia y comentar?
¿Dónde está Lugo?
¿Acá?
Dile a Lugo que venga que comente el...
Yo creo que podríamos pasar para allá a comentarlo, ¿no?
¡Hugo!
Un poquito que acaban de cerrar
¡Hugo!
Vamos para afuera en un rato.
Dile que venimos.
¿Qué? Ah, ok.
Sí, está ahí en vivo. Dale.
Ya, ok, si estamos en vivo, Pedro, ven para acá. Acabamos de ver el lanzamiento de Xiaomi en Chile. 4 productos, no, lote de productos. 3 productos que fueron presentados en detalle y
están en inmediato.
12 más que están aquí listos para ser vendidos. Me imagino todos a través del partner de retail, Abecedil. Vamos a comentar el lanzamiento en breve. Hay mucho que decir. Hay cosas bacanas y otras cosas que no nos dijeron y que tenemos que discutir, porque realmente Xiaomi, en serio, Redmi S2, tenemos que hablar.
¿Hay una conferencia de prensa ahora? ¿No?
Hay una conferencia de prensa ahora que al parecer vamos a transmitir, al parecer, y eso, vamos a ver qué onda, sigan ahí, hay harto que conversar.
Manténganse en línea. Vamos. Espera un poquito. Ya, ustedes deciden.
A ver,
ya
déjame averiguar cuál es el coche.
Ya. Ya, Hugo.
Calmado.
Ya, vamos para allá. Vamos a hacer la experiencia. Vamos a ver si la señal nos acompaña. Mira, ahí está el scooter. No, hay que aclarar que no estamos en la tienda, esto es una sala de presentación para la prensa, ¿ya? Esto no hay tienda oficial. Bien. Acá están los teléfonos.
Mira, ahí está también otra puesta. Cálida. Esa es la lámpara de... Claro, de escritorio. Y esa lámpara de allá es la de cama. Como de pieza.
this one, and I'm pairing this one, okay? No, I'm gonna call you.
Hasta ahora hemos visto solamente el Redmi 6 y el Redmi S2. Desconozco si hay otros modelos. Vamos a ver. Redmi S2. Redmi S2 también.
Se me perdió 2 veces y igual ha llegado solo. No sé si será una batería de
Hay más productos que estos. Está el scooter. Acá está el Redmi 6.
¿Van a estar parados?
Estos vienen con MIUI 9.6. Creo que eso es todo.
Sí, y deberíamos partir, ¿o no?
Ya,
voy a buscar
vamos.
a Pedro.
Pedro, se nos perdió Pedro.
Debe estar tomando seguramente, a ver.
Vamos a buscar a nuestro CEO, acá está. Ahí está. Está ahí al fondo.
Vamos para allá.
Vamos. Está la... Mira, bueno, mi Iván se está actualizando acá. Está lleno esto. Ahí está. Estamos buscando a nuestro jefe. Pero, ¿dónde lo ponemos?
Acá porque están los colegas.
Pero anda tú comiendo, después vemos con Pedro.
A ver, mientras llega Pedro, yo creo que tenemos cosas que hablar.
Sí. Tenemos asiento, por favor.
Tenemos un set aquí.
Aquí nos prepararon un set. Ya.
No estoy viendo los comentarios ni lo que están diciendo ustedes, chiquillos, pero venga para acá, Pedro Seguro.
Ya, aquí están nuestros jefes.
Mi jefe, weón. Para de sacar qué teléfono llegaban después entre muestras, pero no resultó.
Ya, comenten.
Pedro Segura. Hugo Morales. Lanzamiento de Xiaomi en Chile. La idea de la marca, al parecer, es tratar de demostrarnos que están haciendo un compromiso de largo aliento con el mercado. Trajeron un montón de productos de la alineación de este año, excepto el Redmi S2, que es un teléfono que tiene un año en el mercado, o sea, con un procesador que tiene más de 18 meses en el mercado.
El lanzamiento, claro.
Entonces, yo no sé si ustedes ya vieron el review que hizo Jonathan, que está detrás de cámara. De hecho, él es el trípode detrás de... No quería decirlo, pero sí. Pero en el fondo estamos hablando de un producto... O sea, ¿por qué Xiaomi llega a Chile con un teléfono que tiene un año en el mercado? Es raro la movida, es raro el movimiento, principalmente porque el teléfono tampoco llega a un precio que se condiga con esta idea de que estamos ante un teléfono que tiene un año. O sea, estamos ignorando completamente ese hecho. ¿Qué opinas tú, Pedro?
Yo opino que si el lanzamiento hubiese sido, como decís tú, el año pasado en Chile y hubiese llegado el Redmi S2 como gran novedad y a este precio, yo hubiese encontrado espectacular.
Claro.
Pero la verdad es que a esta altura, después de un año,
Incluso Xiaomi tiene mejores opciones para entrar al mercado en este mismo rango de precios, un poco inferior, un poco superior, pero golpeando el mismo segmento.
Solamente decir, A2 y A2 Lite hubiesen sido tremendos puntos para entrar. Y si hubiesen querido hacer algo ya como para reventar Navidad, probablemente el Pocophone hubiese sido genial. Pero vamos a tener que esperar un poco, al parecer. Pocophone. Pero sí, es real. Yo la verdad es que a nivel de smartphones creo que queda bastante por desear. Pero sigue siendo una buena noticia. Xiaomi llegando a Chile con todos sus productos o con una gran cantidad de productos. Es cosa de esperar. Si realmente quieres un Xiaomi, hoy día tienes opciones. Hay formas de conseguir otros equipos. Si quieres comprarlo oficial y tener el apoyo de la marca y eventualmente tener un buen soporte, cómpralo el operador, cómpralo directamente en ABCD. La verdad es que queda la duda de qué va a pasar o cuál es el soporte que van a tener los equipos que se compren en importadora, por ejemplo. Si yo voy y me compro un A2 en Promóvil, ¿qué va a pasar con eso?
¿Qué respuesta va a dar Xiaomi?
¿Me responde Xiaomi Chile o tengo que ir a tirarle el teléfono por la cabeza a el importador? ¿Qué va a pasar con eso? Es una duda que tenemos que despejar ahora. ¿Qué opinan ustedes? Jonathan, por favor, cuéntanos qué es lo que está diciendo la gente.
Mira, hay harta gente que está reclamando.
¿Qué está reclamando?
Mira, no les gustó mucho la presentación, otros dicen que es tan caro el teléfono y que deberían haber llegado con otros teléfonos mejores que el Redmi S2.
Van a llegar. Yo creo que es una carta de presentación, no es la mejor carta de presentación que tiene Xiaomi hoy día a nivel de teléfono. Convengamos, todos conocemos a Xiaomi por sus teléfonos.
Claro.
Entonces, uno esperaba quizás otra cosa, pero no nos creemos en eso. Hablemos de tema.
Yo creo que esa es la clave.
Hablemos del ecosistema, porque el teléfono nuevo va a llegar, los teléfonos van a llegar, y si tú quieres realmente un teléfono distinto, anda y cómpralo en una importadora o lo que sea. No es lo ideal, pero puedes hacerlo. Pero el ecosistema, acá tenemos ampolletas inteligentes que cambian de color.